International Day of Persons with Disabilities, 3rd of December 2025 by AZLAN ADNAN, May Wednesday, 3rd of December 2025. Introduction. Every year on 3rd of December, the world pauses to observe the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. It is a moment to reflect on the progress made toward inclusivity, but also a reminder of the daily challenges still faced by millions of people worldwide. As someone who is visually impaired, a VIP, I too am a person with disability, PWD. This day is not just an entry on the international calendar. It speaks directly to my lived reality. It is an invitation for society to understand, empathize, and act in ways that create a more compassionate and accessible world. Daily challenges. Living with visual impairment is not just about navigating blurred, monochromatic, or absent vision. It is about negotiating daily encounters with systems and attitudes that fail to consider difference. When I ask a waiter at a restaurant what food they serve, please don't shove a menu in my face. I can't read the menu. A little patience and explanation would go a long way. When I travel on rapid KL services, monorail, LRT, and MRT, I don't expect an able-bodied person to be seated on the seats reserved for PWDs, senior citizens, pregnant mothers-to-be, and mothers carrying babies. Those blue signs and red seats are not decorative. They are functional reminders to make space for those who truly need it. When the traffic light is red and the beeping sound is active at the zebra crossing, I don't expect motorcyclists to kuri ayam and zoom past me, ignoring my white cane, as well as the red light and the beeps. That white cane is not an accessory. It is my lifeline. These expectations may sound like entitlement, but they are not. They are justified requests for civic consciousness, situational awareness, and above all, empathy. The role of government and corporations. Not just individual citizens, but the government and corporations too, need to play their part. Making thoughtless blanket rules like requiring stamp duty payments only via electronic channels with no over-the-counter alternatives is not just tone-deaf, but absurd. To expect all bus passengers to scan QR codes upon boarding shows an equal lack of empathy. Not only are VIPs unable to scan QR codes, but it is presumptuous to assume that every member of the B40 owns a smartphone. Companies like Dyson Malaysia and Tag Heuer should not insist that every customer sending in a device for repair must have an email. It is very frustrating to hear their staff rattle off a script that essentially says, must have, no email, cannot repair. Maybank is equally tone-deaf. Their website is designed by graphic designers who appear clueless about intuitive user interfaces, readability, and ease of use. The lack of contrast and childish use of colors mean not only those with low vision or color vision deficiency, but also sighted customers struggle to navigate online banking. News portals like Newswave, The Star, and The Edge do not support dark mode. This demonstrates a total lack of empathy and inclusivity. The apathy is a constant reminder that the largest room in the world is the room for improvement. Insurance companies like Liberty General Insurance must not insist that proposal forms be filled in personally by the customer. The tiny font size alone is already a challenge for sighted people. To expect a VIP to fill in such forms unaided takes cluelessness and apathy to new heights of incredulity and absurdity. Call to action. The changes required are not extraordinary. They are simple, thoughtful, and often cost nothing. What they demand is awareness, an acknowledgement that accessibility is not charity, but a basic right. I urge the government and corporations to form inclusivity focus groups to beta test new developments and receive feedback from PWD before they embarrass themselves further by implementing not thought-through regulations and public-facing developments. On this International Day of Persons with Disabilities, let us go beyond token gestures and hashtags. Let us commit to making Malaysia and the world more livable for everyone. The Rakyat must demand action from the government because inclusivity is not optional. It is a new way of life that represents the only way forward. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly, clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again, its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way for others wandering through despair to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.